Alright boys, welcome back to another Heroes of the Storm match, a best of 3. Map number 1 is Khaldor, and we are looking at My Insanity, nope, actually Meteor Maker, sorry, the other team that starts with an MY, versus Fast Forward versus FF. Song on the Tassadar for Meteor Makers, Heidal for the Falstad, Eskar on Zeratul, Kuja on Stitches, and Luinth on Nezebo. It's a pretty decent combo that we have here. Going up against Fast Forward with Sevka, not on the Vala, no, he's playing Nova today. Gela on the Arthurs, Mongola on Malfurion, Marco Win playing the Rhaegar, and Psi Hea on Reyna. I hope that I pronounced that correctly. So we have actually really interesting lineups here for the teams, especially going for a bigger of a 5-man right down to the opponent's watchtower, at least trying to move in. Here comes the Oracle already used by the Tassadar. That's definitely going to give Nova a bit of a hard time later on. And Zeratul is already jumping in, trying to do some damage. Ooh, the hook! Oh my god, Sevka taken out! What an amazing setup! The hook against Sevka, and then the wall of zombies, making sure that he has no chance of moving back. So very, very fast early first blood for Meteor Makers. Really well done. The team of Song, they're doing a great job. In terms of lineup, I feel that we are having a situation where with a double healer on Team Fast Forward, they have a very interesting setup with a Master Skin Rhaegar right here. Down to the bottom, the Nova seems to be in a position to go with Mongola on the Malfurion for an immediate kill on Luinth if Gela gets a Howling Blast off. What we see to the left side, the Zeratul and the Stitches trying to take early camps here with Eskar and Kuja trying to go for that. So that's going to be actually a very interesting setup in general, because the double healer is meeting a lineup on side of YM that has a lot of squishies but a lot of DPS power with good setup, especially the Nezebo with the Ravenous Spirit could do a lot of damage. And then we always have the potential Void Prism, the hook into Void Prism into maybe even Falstad ultimate. So it really comes down to positioning into setup for both of the teams here, especially since we have only Gela on the Arthur. That's kind of the only frontliner that we have for the team. The double healer is going to help the Arthurs a lot, and Reyna is of course also another hero that can do quite a lot here when it comes down to survivability. Yeah, nice. The Reyna with a good job here on the Stitches hook dodge, whereas we have now not only Sevka but also Mongola with another attempt to take the Siege Giants there. So both teams going for the very early mercenary camps. A quick look here, seeing that the hard camp is not being taken by Fast Forward just yet. FF in a situation where to the right side we have them playing a bit more passive. It looks like for now they are quite afraid of the Zeratul moving in and doing some damage. Nova is trying to aim for the Falstad here, and ooh, that could be an early kill here. Going for the snipe, ooh, missing the snipe, not hitting that. Sevka actually not doing the damage that he really wanted to do. Marco Win on the Rhaegar couldn't supply extra damage there either. Down to the bottom of the map we have 3 heroes pushing it in for Meteor Makers, and you can really feel that Meteor Makers with a 5.5 level is doing quite a lot of pressure play already against what we see being played from Fast Forward. So here the setup at the Tribute, and I feel Fast Forward is relying so much on the Arthurs that level 10 is going to help them a lot with that. Oh my god, another attempt to go straight up on Heidal, but Heidal is able to just move back in time, not even trying to go for the Tribute. Not really the Tribute that they want to get here. Too many heroes already at the top lane, so they sack the Tribute, try to get some extra experience, and they are starting really to catch up again. Level 6 versus level 6. Sevka still looking for an opportunity to do some damage. He's still on the Billy Mount here. There's actually the pink one, which fits quite well with Nova. As to the left side, we have the hard camp being taken. Oracle already being used there as well, getting them a bit of an idea what's happening there. Down to the bottom though. Oh, the block against Song! He's down. He has no chance there. I was looking for an opportunity maybe, but what, that hook! That hook turns things around. Kuja with that hook, and here comes the Howling Blast by Gea. Nice wall of zombie against the Reyna. In the end, it's a trade. It's a 1-for-1. 2 kills for Meteor Makers and 1 kill for Team Fast Forward. That hook on the other hand, I mean, that turned things around. Very well done. It was such a nice setup that Fast Forward had here against like the Tassadar, but then the hook going straight for it. Love that. And here's Sevka already in trouble, no chance to escape, goes down, and that's the big problem that you run when you're up against the Tassadar that can always use the Oracle, and then a Zeratul that hunts you down. And let's be honest boys, Zeratul, he's only a man. Like, who wouldn't go like hot for Nova? I mean, have you seen that ass? That is pretty sexy. The hook again, like the hooks are so real. Oh god, Reina like he's trying to get away. Nice, Malfurion actually saving him for now. But I have to admit that the hooks that we currently see from Kuja here, like, they are like out of this world. That prediction hook that he got down there, that was sweet. So far, I feel more danger from Meteor Makers, but fast forward could actually go for, well, if they get the first pick off in one of those fights, then I feel it's gonna change very soon. Nazebo with a Nazebra going straight for it. Blizzard definitely needs to introduce a Nazebro skin. Maybe like a bit of Barney Stinson style, something along those lines, with a bro code in one hand and I don't know what in the other, but that would be pretty funny. Down to the, well, we actually have another like hard cam taken with Kuja going in on the Stitches, just trying to buy himself some time. Here comes the hook, the Storm, Malfurion and Troll were just barely able to get away. The Stitches on the other hand about to die. Marco Wynn moving in with a lightning shield. Here comes the healing ward. Marco Wynn straight into wolf form, running away. So Sevka being hunted by the Zeratul. But what an engagement! He goes down as well. 2 heroes down. Oh god, it's a triple kill. It was so well done. Really well done by Fast Forward. The ancestral healing now that they hit level 10 helps also Raynor. And that was just a beautiful engagement here by Fast Forward. And suddenly they turn things around. They hit the 10 faster. They get 3 more kills in that last fight. And I mean, I can't believe that the Malfurion and the Nova survived there. Especially how Sevka got away was simply amazing. Oh, Song! Holy damn! Like, he is just barely able to get away there. The precision strike hitting home, but not killing him off just yet. And that's like absolutely top 3 control EU what we're currently seeing here. That is very nice. Huck would be proud. To the top lane, Marco Wynn on the Rayguard. That Master skin, by the way, is looking pretty sweet. I'm not quite sure if I would agree with the tint, but like the Master skin itself, I feel is pretty awesome. Down to the bottom lane, Sevka on the Nova is trying to soak up the experience. We have another attempt to take the Siege Giants at the right side. It's 11 versus 10 now. Not a lot going on there in terms of like hero kills. Let's maybe have a quick look at the talents that we see. We have Archon, Shock of Awe, Void Prism, Gorge, and also Ravenous Spirit. Tribute is up again. We're going to go for that real fast. Twilight Dream, by the way. So we have the Silence on the Twilight Dream that could play a huge role here in the next fight for the Tribute. Malfurion is starting to move in. Falstad is flying in as well. We also already have the hook, and he's hitting one again. Did he already miss one? Like, I haven't seen anything. Oh my god! The Void Prism and the bad Shock and Awe. Ravenous Spirit moving in, but he is taken, yeah, well, he's about to be taken out. 3 heroes down against 1, and wow, Marco Wynn jumping out of the game. Let's hope that he comes back. Yes, there he is. But I have to say that I was a little bit disappointed at that Shock and Awe that we saw there. That was really bad. I don't think he hit anything. Unless I'm like completely mistaken, they were all still in the Void Prism, and yeah, that could have been absolutely amazing with the better timing. But then in the end, the Void Prism hitting a lot, but the Shock and Awe just not well enough time to do enough damage there, and that was something that Fast Forward really capitalized on very well. They got 3 more kills. It's now 7 versus 4. And down to the bottom lane we have that Golem that is of course a result from that last team fight, pushing in the lane against Meteor Makers, and Kuja with those amazing hook that he gets the entire time. This is like the first one where he didn't catch Nova immediately. So let's see what exactly we're going to have up at the top, where another Golem is being taken. That's kind of the snowballing that you have to a certain extent, where you once you take one Golem you can decide if you want to push with it or if you just want to go cross map and take the second one before where your opponent's team is going to aim to defend the other lane. So down to the down to the bot lane we have another tribute coming in, and it's 2 tributes versus 2 tributes already, meaning the next tribute, this one, is gonna get one team cursed. And who's gonna go for it? The setup really nice for Meteor Makers already. Here's the attempt to cancel that with Raynor moving in, going straight for the shot here. At the same time, oh, Malfurion is being eaten. Here comes the Howling Blast though. He could go for the Silence, doesn't do it just yet. They are hunting down the Stitches, about to get, what an amazing amazing shock and awe, and this time, this is what we're talking about. That shock and awe and the Ravenous Spirit, like, holy shit, that damage. Gala is just running, nothing else, and Luinth just in the last seconds moving away, but getting dropped here. 2 heroes versus 2 heroes down. Oh, and this is a double kill. Zeratul is down, but so is Reynor. The precision strike finishes off Tazadar. Fast forward with more damage, but that initial shock and awe, like, oh my god, I think I came a little bit in that situation. That was so well done. He actually void prisms 4, and the shock and awe hits every single one of them. Really, really well coordinated by Meteor Makers, but in the end then the individual plays from Fast Forward were a bit too strong, and they are able to just kill too many heroes and push it in, take the curse, and they are of course now really in a great spot with level 15 versus 14, just moving in for that. This is absolutely great. I mean, for now they have the tribute down there. We have also a jump here up at the heart camp. Ooh, Kuja is in trouble. Here comes the root. The Stitches down. Zeratul says goodbye, and we have Fast Forward pushing in again. They have so much momentum going, and that ward that we saw there, that did a good job, but it was just not enough. We have 5 heroes up against 3, and this is just basically, I mean, you're just watching something ramming a fist into someone's face over and over again. It's just like Meteor oh, that snipe against the Nazebo. They're hunting them one by one. Like, they are on the endangered species list right now. Hadal is just barrel rolling away, but those Banshees are in hot pursuit right now. Like, literally, oh, they're gonna get him, aren't they? Oh god, he dies as well. I cannot believe what's going on there. Like, this momentum that Fast Forward suddenly gained, they carry it from the tribute fight at the bottom straight into the mid lane. They kill one hero after another, and Meteor Makers is always one hero down the entire time. They haven't had a single second since that fight where there were 5 heroes in the game, and they get another one. They get another one. Look at that. The damage here. That prism is too late. It catches 4 heroes, but they have another hero lost. And what does that mean? That again Meteor Makers will not be 5 heroes in the game. Fast Forward is suddenly gaining so much momentum here. It's out of this world. They're going from kill to kill to kill to kill, and they catch mercenary camps, and Meteor Makers is just getting the punches. Like, this isn't even legal. They're kicking their opponent while he's still down. This is like brutal. This is absolutely so. I mean, 16 kills against 7. This is crazy. But, well, we have still a very good team setup here on side of Meteor Makers. And of course, if you get one time that set up really well there, then it can be all over in a second. We have a bit of time, so let's look at those talents for a second. If you want to have a quick look at what we are seeing here, we have healing wards, we have a slam build used by Stitches, with Tenderizer being in the mix as well. So pretty decent moves. Of course, that's kind of the Reynor build that we see most of the time. But let's look at the stats a bit. When heroes damage, like dished out Nova on Sefka, 23,000. Reynor with Psyhea is on 20k. Very well done. Lunith on 18, Falsehood on 17. You want to have more on those heroes in general. But for now, it's just like Meteor Makers trying to find their stride again, trying to stabilize a bit. Since we have now 18 seconds on the boss down there, we already see Fast Forward moving into that. Gala at the front is looking for an opportunity to use the Howling Blast. Zeratul is just blinking away like he's scared, and for good reason. Moving back there. Oh, the song with a phase shift, and down here at the back, there's Stitches and Falstad. A quick eat on the Reynor. Moving back, actually not on the Reynor, on the Arthurs. There's the Ancestral Healing on the Reynor. And this precision strike, a double kill, a triple kill. Oh my god, like, there comes Lunith, but he drops as well. The Ravenous Spirit's just not strong enough with the front line already dead. They only have a Stitches at the front line, and it turns out it's just not enough if you rely on, well, basically like no real healer. They don't really have a healer here. That's the biggest problem they are facing right now. They only have the Tassadar, and that's it. There's no heal in this team comp. The Falstad is dead as well, and I mean, this is just hashtag dragged right there. Double healer against no healer in the comp, and it's 19 to 16 GG, as map number 1 is won by Fast Forward. Easy peasy, and they take the lead in the best of 3 series. Congratulations to Fast Forward. Let's go straight into game number 2. Alright boys, welcome back to game number 2 between Fast Forward and Meteor Makers. Currently Fast Forward is in a 1-0 lead after they ruffle stomped Meteor Makers in game number 1. In the blue team we have Meteor Makers, Song on the Tassadar, SKR on the Carrigan, Heydal on the Falstad. Finally some healing power in the game for them as well with Kuja on the Brightwing. His Stitches got banned in the game. Luinth on the Arthurs. On the other hand we have to the right side the blue team, Fast Forward with Sefka playing Nova and with Vongola on the Malfurion, Markowin with the Tyrande, Gala with the Tyrael, and Psyhea with the Tychus. The bans in this game, we have like the ESL ban system, which allows 4 bans in total, 2 per team. We had Stitches and Uther banned initially, and then in the second ban round it was Rhaegar and Abathur. Abathur, really good ban since he you kind of took away the double Odin from Team Fast Forward. Marco Win was the last pick on the Tyrande here, of course, really good with the Owl, the Aura, and let's see how the teams in general just work out right now. We have pretty good solid front line this time with the Arthurs for Team Meteor Makers, and they also have that healer. We have with Carrigan a pick that is going to become in the late game a little bit less strong than at the beginning. Right now, of course, especially at the beginning with the initiation and all the stuns, you have a lot of lockdown there, and that's something that Song actually face shifting out, but here comes SKR, and he's actually missing his combo. Not hitting anything there, trying to go for it. Lonely Owl, a casual Owl is being dropped from the top lane, being sent straight to the middle. But yeah, we have in the best of 3, of course, the advantage now for Fast Forward. They kind of ruffle stomped in the last game. The combos for Meteor Makers at times were very strong. In the beginning they suffered a bit. Oh my god, like that en route! Holy cow, Heydal goes down, is being ganked by 4 here, which loses some experience for Fast Forward on the top lane where we have 3, but still getting that kill was very well executed. That route that we saw from Malfurion was just beautifully timed. Vongola with a really good job here. I think that was a work of art there. So now Song is the target that they're going to go for, and they are attempting to do that immediately as he phase shifts out and gets away. We have now the experience taken up again with Heydal down to the bottom lane. And you can really see that that roaming that we currently observe in this game is not really working out in favor of Team Fast Forward. They are starting to fall behind in experience, even though they got a kill. We have 1 kill versus 1 kill, and the problem really is that the lane presence was a little bit better for Meteor Makers. They're losing out on some experience now too, especially in the mid lane, as everybody tries to go for the seeds, and they're especially trying to take up those camps to the right side that they're getting right now. Gala can't go in on the Tyrael yet, has actually to jump back as Heydal is moving in too. So a bit better now already for Team Meteor Makers, and Fast Forward is starting to go for the mercenary camps, so that they have a bit of pushing power which allows them to get their own plans. Both teams are actually having the same idea here, starting to occupy the opponent's team, trying to force them to defend, and then just go for the big plant and maybe get the first plant in the game there. So right now, it's just a bit like, it's like basically what currently happens is like when 2 dogs meet each other, they are sniffing their asses for a few minutes, and that's exactly what's going on in this game. They already know that they have to show some respect, especially Meteor Makers after that first game will have a lot of that, and they are just like in a position where they're trying to test the waters a little bit. Small engagements, oh, with a good kill here on the Tychus, just jumping in as Song moves back. Oh, Sefka is going for the snipe, but now he's the one who's being hunted there, and I really like those entangles, those roots that we have. Vongola is playing that very, very well. I have to admit that this is great play by him. Great positioning too. Oh wow, Carrigan was close to seeing Sefka here, and that might have ended up in the Nova going down. To the right side, or to the top right, we have Marco Win on the Tyrande in a position where he can still soak the experience. Has to be very careful on the Tyrande. It's definitely not a hero that is supposed to be at the front line. It's very, very squishy, but also pretty cool. So we have in the middle lane the Tychus moving in, and he's a rebel, we all know that. Down to the bottom, it's like this duo between a Malfurion and a Nova. Maybe she's into old guys, I don't know, but that beard alone would creep me out if I was her. But apparently they work well together. It's a match made in heaven. Another giant camp is taken by those two, as we have now slowly, apparently Fast Forward going for those seeds, moving in. They need to be careful though, because SK is moving in. They see that. They see that, and they might go straight for that snipe. As Tassadar is moving in, it's going to be 5 versus 4. It's a 5 versus 4. The Tyrande is too slow. If they engage right now and get a maybe a kill, then they're gonna be able to take that. Yep, there we go. All at the front, it's the Arthurs. He's being attacked, and those roots, like those roots are real. Goes down, he's getting owled. Get owled by game. So Arthurs is already down, and we have Brightwing running away fast forward with that kill. There's actually 2 kills against 2 kills at this point. But yeah, the seeds are going strong for actually still Meteor Makers, but the big plans are going to the opponent's team. Oh my god, like that kill on Brightwing. Like who face palmed her? I think there was actually Nova with the snipe here in the end. That was pretty darn awesome what we saw there. Okay, once again, up to the top. We have another attack towards that plant, going straight for that, and trying to take those seeds. But Meteor Makers is lying and waiting right now. They're waiting for the Falster to join them maybe as well, but down to the bottom there's a Tyrael. Now they're going to jump in, trying to go straight for Marco Win. I told you that that Tyrande is pretty squishy, and they're proving me right, taking her down with just a few right clicks. Oh, another root against the barrel rolling Falster, who gets stunned by the plant without any big consequences. The healing ward is being dropped. Luinth is trying to get into the saving radius of the healing ward, is getting shielded by the Tacita as well, and Gala, he's just gonna die. Yeah, dying to the poison. Gala dying to the poison here in the last second. And we are closing in on level 10. Level 10 versus level 9. Sevka has to move back, and Meteor Makers is pretty dominant at this point with 2 more kills that they just got. 5 kills versus 3. And still a bit of mid lane pressure against the teams here. Meteor Makers is playing this a lot better than they did in the last. At the first it was a bit tricky with what they had here, but I really like how they're now trying to take control of the game and pushing that in with the first plan. It's level 10 versus level 10, both teams relying on their ultimates right now. Gonna show those talents a bit later when the things calm down in this fight, but for now it's just like the push from Meteor Makers, trying to maybe get an early fort against Team Fast Forward here. So far we've seen amazing roots from the Malfurion. Maybe he can use one of those, but for we have actually the Tychus just like doing his damage with the grenades, and still the positioning here with Luinth, maybe looking for another Howling Blast, have a bit of lockdown. We have SKR moving down. Oh, he's getting slowed by the Nova, and Gala is moving in with a nice thought throw, but they're just getting from wall to wall, taking tower after tower, and just utilizing that plant as much as they can. Tower down, and by now Gala, of course, in a position where he's looking for it. Ooh, here comes the Odin though, and the first root, the entangling root that's being missed. Here comes a nice combo. Oh, that was so well done. Holy shit, that Arthur's like didn't stand a chance. Great synergy between Judgment, Precision Strike, and then also the entangling roots following it up with the Malfurion. A great kill here by Fast Forward. Really well done. Shows us a few of the heroic abilities, of course. And that was just an absolutely solid setup that we saw there. Well, the teams are now starting to go to the top to maybe drop that Brightwing. Let's have a quick look at the talents here. We have Archon. Brightwing is getting away, or is he? Actually, let me have another look at that. Oh, wow, he's using the Emerald Wind, pushes them away, and that's just how he survives. Looking at those talents for a second once again. We have the Archon, we have Maelstrom, Shock and Awe as the ultimates, Emerald Wind as you could just observe, the Army of the Dead on the Arthurs, like who gets Syndragosa these days. And we have Precision Strike, we have Twilight Dream, Shadowstalk, Judgment, and Commander Odin, as another fight is about to approach here around the hard camp that we see for Team Fast Forward. They're trying to go in here. Here comes the Maelstrom on the carry, and oh my god, that Precision Strike again. Sevka with a perfect timing on those, kills them. The jump in by Gala. Down here we have Sevka in trouble suddenly as Heidel is trying to drop the Nova, takes her down. 1 versus 1, both teams with 4 heroes, but Marco Win, oh my god, like that Shock and Awe nearly drops the Tyrande. All of the heroes super low, and I guess that could be one of those situations where suddenly Meteor Makers pushes in. I mean, everybody here is just so low. They need to well up, and that's what they did. But we have Meteor Makers shifting their attention more towards the middle lane, getting another camp here, apparently with a quick bribe on the Falstad, catching that. And I have to admit that like this time we see a much more aggressive Meteor Makers, and they finally start to get some traction here. But still, level 13 versus level 13, and at this point this is all that you need. Getting those extra talents, those important ones, the 7, the 10, the 13 and the 16, those are the ones that you want, where you want to push as well. It's night again, and that means collecting seeds. You need those 100 seeds to turn one of your heroes into the plant, and that has then the ability to really push hard. And so far, that's where Fast Forward really excelled. They got, at the beginning, a lot of those, but Meteor Maker's playing it even better than them. It's just that now they focus so hard on it that they don't only have like one plant growing. They could even grab up a few more seeds if they wanted to. And right now we kind of see Meteor Makers trying to make up for that lapse that they had earlier. But there's already the Nova moving in, and Meteor Makers knows that it's going to be pretty tricky for them to get that plant without being contested. Tyrande is all the way up at the back. Marco Win is going to try and grab that. And yes, the rest of the team already moved back, so no more seeds at this point for Meteor Makers. The second plant will be in the game for Fast Forward, and they could push really hard with this. They go into the middle now to just drop a casual plant pot and take out those giants. Down here at the bottom, yeah, they move in. Nice move by Meteor Makers to actually grab those seeds. That was a bit risky, but they get it. Oh, but they need to be careful with this. Great move here by the plant, moving in. And oh, wow, this time the precision strike not hitting anything, but they drop the false stat anyways. He was forced back here, and now they try to just capture Luint as well, and they get him. Yes, the Malfurion root is strong. They drop the towers like there are nothing. That Odin in the back is doing so much damage, and this is goodbye for 2 heroes down. There is nothing that Meteor Makers can do with this. They are looking down at the rubble that was formerly their first fort, and plant versus plant is gonna start here. But of course they need to buy some time. They have 15 seconds on the Arthurs. The plants are going strong here, and Marco Win on the Tyrande is doing a great job with his. They're going straight forward and starting to push it in. Nearly level 16 already for Fast Forward. If they have that talent, they will have another important one that they can use here. SKR, still has a lot of time on that plant though, more than a minute. It's a minute versus 20 seconds. And look at that Brightwing, like carry Brightwing is real. That bad boy is just dropping a fort up at the top here. Like, this guy is going completely nuts. He's like, yeah, why do I need a carry? Why do I need a range DPS? I have Brightwing. It's a bit of a like delay tactic with SKR, just like moving according to the movements of Marco Win, and the rest of the team apparently trying to go down to the bottom. First of all, they have to defend their own fort here, but they might be trying to move in and drop this one real quick. Doesn't really look like it though, but SKR is being hunted, like the plant is hunted here. And the rest of the team is finally ready. Okay, they are finally in a position where they are able to defend the plant, and maybe he can go drop another pot and go for the fort. It's going to be pretty tricky to save that, actually. I feel that it's kind of going to be impossible. Well, they're not really moving in, they're just doing a bit more damage to it. And nice stun there. Nice stun there. And, well, here comes the main battle, maybe. No, not just yet. It's like actually funny how both teams dance around each other. Like, those plans were nearly cancelling each other out. At the end of the day, it's 5 forts against 5, 6 kills versus 7. Both teams on level 16. Very, very even game. Still in the best of 3. This is map number 2. The first one was won by the red team. Oh, Nova. Oh, the Shocken. Oh, gets it. But wow, precision strike again. Really well done though. But here comes the Arthurs. Emerald Wind being used. Arthurs is down. Odin on the Tigers. Double kill. It's 2 for 1. The judgment against the Archon, and the immediate snipe after that. Song is trying to go away with a phase shift. He gets it. Odin form is dropped. Wow, that grenade against Kuja. He wells up, but I feel they have to sack that fort right now, don't they? They're trying to hold it, and with them, all of them welling up, they will be able to do so. Nice defense then after all. A bit of an experience lead now for Fast 4, but not really something that's going to force them out there. Oh, the snipe misses. Yeah, the snipe against Kuja actually misses, and they're trying to go for the next time of camp. Oh, the storms, the double storms. Look at the Tigers. Can't even go in. Drops, but the false that is being killed. It's a revenge kill, and Marco Win with a quick heal, and he doesn't get away. Yes, it's once again an exchange. Tacita against Tyrande. So both teams, I mean, they are at each other's throat. You guess you have the guy at the throat, and then he suddenly kicks you in the nuts. That's currently what we're seeing here. Like, they are just going kill for kill, exchanging them one after another. 11 versus 9 at this point, 17 versus 17. The forts, it's 5 versus 5, and this is more like it. I mean, game number 1 was just hashtag dragged all over, but this is real. This is them just like exchanging blows the entire time, like 2 fighters in a cage, and I'm enjoying every single second of it. A quick bribe here with Kuja to the right side. We currently see another entangle go straight against the Knights. Broccoli is going for it as well. Broccoli! That guy is actually like pretty strong. Doesn't really take a punch, but he certainly can do some damage. So we have now Haidar, Luint and Eskar just waiting here. Apparently like really waiting for someone to challenge those Knights and then go for it. They can wait quite long for that to happen because the rest of the fast forward team is all the way up at the top. Down here we currently see Nova defending the fort, doing pretty well there too. Up at the top, the two siege giants don't stand a chance there, and by now it's level 18 already for the team. Sevka is still very active on the map. That snipe missing again though, so he's just always waiting for an opportunity to maybe do some damage and get a bit of DPS in and maybe disrupt the flow of the game for the other team. But both teams in general, like overall, are still very focused on mercenaries and objectives at this point. Waiting for the Knight, and I guess they're both afraid to lose a hero before Knight drops and then lose the seed battle. And right now, for like fast forward is already far ahead with that. But this push is gonna be pretty strong. Like not only a Knight camp, but a siege giant camp as well. Moving in with that, going straight for it. Well, there we go. Nice howling blast. Oh, Mongola needs to be careful. Precision strike. Shogunor interrupted actually by the judgment. Great move by Tyrael. Really great move by Gala, but she dies for it. Gala dies for it, but it doesn't matter. It's a 1-for-3 already. The precision strike just did so much damage, and the Shogunor, with it being cancelled, there was not a whole lot. Oh, Sevka, like he shows no mercy, doesn't he? Like he's like the Russian mafia. And once again, Broccoli and the stun from Tyrande in sync. It's a complete wipe. They're absolutely demolished here. 5 heroes killed, level 19. And now they can either go for plans. They will probably going to try to take the key before that. Level 16 or 16 seconds, sorry, level 16 seconds still on the Kerrigan. Absolutely amazing. Gala doing just so much damage there, and I mean Sevka just following it up with a precision strike. But that for me personally, that interrupt on the falls, that was just great. She was waiting for it, you could see it. Gala was waiting for that, and then the judgment in. There's not really a whole lot to do. This push up here is most likely going to drop the fort as well, and you can already see them just transition straight into seed harvesting mode, going to go for those. And with another plant, this is going to spell a lot of trouble, especially since we have level 20. Let's have a look at those 20s. We have Precision Barrage, we have Bolt of the Storm for the Malfurion, great for him to escape. Hunter Spray, and Resurgence of the Storm. But the Tychus not really picking anything yet, probably still thinking about either getting the Bolt or instead going for the big red button here. We have at this point also another attempt to catch up in seeds from Meteor Makers, and well, it's gonna be pretty iffy for them to get those in time, especially since half of the team is already converging towards the top. Here comes the Shadow Stalk. They know where they are, and they're immediately moving in with a precision strike. The first one could go for a second one. Judgment against the Arthurs. Arthur's not down. Here comes the Shogunor, this time hitting home. And the Tyrael is down, as we see already Odin moving in. Ooh, Mongola, the Malfurion, he can't blink away. He's too late already. Malfurion down, Falstead down, Sevka dropped the Falstead, is now just trying to escape. Run, Sarah, run! The Zergs are coming. Kerrigan jumping in. Kerrigan jumping in and not standing a chance. It's like, I am the real Nova here. So, nice kill, but in the end, Sevka dies. It's still 18 kills versus 13, and we have that plant already going straight towards that, towards the core. I don't think that Marco Wynn will be able to really do too much there, but we have 2 more heroes, and we're all 3 of them. It's a 3 versus 3, and suddenly that core is dropping. Are they really going to be able to finish it right here? Look at those storms, especially like Tychus is in so much trouble. Tychus is down, Tyrael is... They're going to drop it, aren't they? They're going to take the 2-0 right here. They're going straight for it, and Gala might die, but the plant is going to finish what she started. This is game, ladies and gentlemen, and what a game that is. We have the core dropping in the last second. Good game by Fast Forward. Amazing play by them here. They win the best of 3 with a 2-0. Congratulations. Job well done.